How's it going, everybody? So the book is up and running. I went ahead and put that on this channel, and there will always be a playlist. There's a playlist now made for all the books. So my 3 books playlist. So I'll be able to tell you more about them as they come available. I hope to get the End Times book published immediately. It's ready. So is the Revelation commentary. It's ready. But I do think I want to add oh, excuse me, a chapter to the End Times Made Easy book because of what we discovered the other day, the divine feminine fornication, spirit birthing Antichrist. I think I can morph that into a visual chapter to make what that video displayed, to kind of make it come alive on the written page. But we shall see. But anyway, glad y'all are here. I'm excited to get feedback from somebody that has read it cover to cover. Nobody has read this book that I know of, as I've sent it out in Word documents to people. I didn't have anybody edit the book. I want it to be written in my own language, the way I speak. It's like the way I do these Bible studies. Somebody could then say, well, we're going to take your video, but we're going to produce it to where it's more professional. Because what you do is great, but it's not professional. We're going to hire some paid actors. Well, that's the whole grammatically correct, or things that are maybe written better than the way I wrote it. And I just, I didn't like the cleaner version. I like my quote unquote ghetto version. I guess that cleared my lungs. I had to pause. Had to get up. I thought I had to go cough, but no, I guess I'm okay. But that was funny. But yeah, I just wanted it in my own, the way I separated, used lines, the way I used bold, the way I used yellow highlighter, the and just the way I communicate, the way I speak, the way I talk. As long as it was readable, um, we got on it. You know what I mean? But that's what it looks like. And when you blow it up or zoom it up, I mean, when you get into like where I might have something underlined, I try to make it very easy on the eyes. Um, right there, for instance, I wish I would have moved that over to that font, get it out of the Times New Roman when I italicize. So I'm already changing what what is now on Amazon. But most of them I did fix like that. And so I've got a lot of bold. The Bible verses I have centered, the important item in the Bible verse I have on yellow highlighter in bold. Anything that's highlighted is automatically in bold. And that's it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just hope y'all love it. Hope y'all get it. So anyway, let's get going. Um, we're in Matthew 21, and then we're going to continue on in Daniel. And tonight is the iron mixing with clay. It is what the mark of the beast is. Dun 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 dun. And said unto them, It is written, My house shall be called the house of prayer, but ye have made it a den of thieves. Just see yesterday's study. Hopefully you're watching these in order. We really detailed what all that was about. And the blind and the lame came to him in the temple, and he healed them. And when the chief priests and the scribes saw the wonderful things that he did, and the children crying in the temple and saying, Hosanna to the Son of David, they were sore displeased and said unto them, Hearest thou what these say? And Jesus said unto them, Yea, have you never read out of the mouth of babes and sucklings, thou hast perfected praise? And he left them and went out of the city to Bethany, and he lodged there. Now in the morning he returned into the city. He hungered. And when he saw a fig tree in the way, he came to it and found nothing thereon but leaves only, and said unto it, Let no fruit grow on thee henceforth forever. And presently the fig tree withered away. But when the disciples saw it, they marveled, saying, How soon is the fig tree withered away? Jesus answered and said to them, Verily I say unto you, if ye have faith and doubt not, ye not only do this which is done to the fig tree, but also if ye shall say unto this mountain, Be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, it shall be done. Remember, proper faith or real faith is the proper call from Jesus followed through to the proper walk, which is properly walking in a repented state, because the Holy Spirit is actually the one doing it in everybody, as there is no free will, which is what my book's about. And let's get over to Daniel now and get into this end time study. So Daniel's giving the king what his dream was about. He told him the dream, and then he's going to give him the interpretation. And wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowls of heaven hath he given into thine hand, telling the king, the Lord gave you your kingdom, and have made thee ruler over all of them. Thou, or you, O king, you're this head of gold. After these, and it's really speaking to the kingdom he's created. After these shall arise another kingdom inferior to thee, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. And the fourth kingdom shall be as strong as iron. For as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdue all things. Now this gets into the Iron Age of war, tanks, machine guns, things made of metal, but really, or the car, or planes, but really gets into the technology in the computer age, as will be the feet and the toes. The fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh pieces and subdue all things. And of course, since we got into World War I, World War II, we get into this subduing of all things by war. Semicolon, and as iron that breaketh all of these, shall it break in pieces and bruise. And whereas thou saw the feet and the toes, now this is the computer, the technology, part of potter's clay, humans, potter's clay. That harkens back to Romans. Romans 9:11 through 24, where God explains the fairness of election and predestination, of man not having any free will. It begins with, for children not yet born, either having done any good or evil. So before they're born, before they've done anything good, before they've done any evil, it says the purpose of God according to election is what will stand. It is not of man's free will decision works, but it is of him, of the Holy Spirit, that does the calling. And so it gets into this, and then it gets down into here, and it talks about the potter and the clay. Have the potter, God, power over the clay, humans, to make the same lump, one vessel unto honor, sheep, and another unto dishonor, goats. And it says here, the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. They were made for destruction, born to destruction. Hell is not eternal torment. Hell is the grave. They will be destroyed. Who can destroy both body and soul in the grave? Fear him which can destroy both body and soul in hell, said Jesus, talking about it says destroying. It's not torturing or tormenting. Everything about tormenting day and night forever and ever in the Bible are fallen angels. And it's only spoken of by or put onto the beast, the false prophet, and Satan, which are all fallen angels by then, because the Antichrist is nothing more than a possessed human, possessed by Satan. Heisman Trophy is spelled he is man. Who is man? Satan is now man. He is possessing a human body by way of Antichrist. Just as God possessed the body of Jesus Christ. He was Jesus. Satan will become man. And so that's the potter's clay. So let's get back to this. And whereas thou saw the feet and toes, part of potter's clay. So this kingdom will be part human. And then it says, and part of iron. That's because the fallen angels are in the technology. If you're ever interested in looking at I will put that into the description if the Lord allows me to remember to do it. I have my old channel in the playlist section, not videos, but playlist. You scroll down to AI is the ghost in the machine, mark of the beast. And that first video is 75 minutes and 55 seconds long. It's an hour and 15 minutes and 55 seconds. That's just video 1. I did a part 2, 33 minutes. Part 3, 57 minutes, one of my favorite videos of all time. Part 4, AI Satan makes movies and music, 19 minutes. The rest of Daniel's deep Bible study dealing with the mark of the beast. So I guess today's video that I'm doing, or today's Bible study I'm doing, I actually took that Bible study and put it in this playlist. Fascinating. I'm going to have to click that. Well, I just did a Catholic Erasmus. And so, well, it was after I did the Bible study. There it is, children not yet born. I just went up to the same verses that I did today. So I do regurgitate a lot of the same material, don't I? The miry clay shall mingle themselves with the seed of men. Then what all did I get into? Oh, the technology. So you really want to get into that. You really want to get into that video, that playlist. Watch all 5 videos. It's called AI is the Ghost in the Machine, Mark of the Beast. And if the good Lord allows, it will be in the description of this video. It's got 13 thumbs up, that first video does. Or no, excuse me. The video 5 does. Let's see how many. It's got 55 thumbs up. Do you know this thing has 1.2 thousand views? I never had a video with that many views before, except fake college football. You know what? My Trump Antichrist does also. The first one. Sure does. But anyway, let's get into it. Or let's continue finishing it. And whereas thou sawest the feet and the toes, part of potter's clay, humans, and part of iron, the AI or the ghost in the machine, which is in the technology. It's talking about your Internet of Things, your technology, those towers that are on every street corner that are spelled CELL. The kingdom shall be divided, and this is separating the sheep and the goats. But there shall be in it, because the sheep are not going to fall for the strong delusion God sends to the goats that will worship the image of the beast, and then they will be possessed. So that's why the kingdom is now divided. But there shall be in it of the strength of iron, because it is going to rule this earth. for a very short time. For as much as thou sawest the iron, its technology, and the fallen angels in it, with miry clay. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, technology, fallen angels, and humans, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. Partly strong, I think, would then be the fallen angels to wreak havoc on the earth, because the Antichrist is given that dominion to destroy or make war with the saints and to wear out the saints of the Most High. And that is in Daniel 7:21 and Daniel 7:25, where it speaks about the horn or the Antichrist. And of course, Jesus said the Antichrist will be here in his own name. And a trump is a horn, and a horn is a trump. But that's not what this study is about. And whereas thou sawest the iron, the fallen angels in the technology, mixed with the miry clay, this is when they go to possess the body, comma, it says, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men. That is telling you that total human body possession is taking place. But they shall not cleave to one another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. And just like they showed you in the movie Venom and in the movie The Exorcist, the humans that were possessed, the human host was dying off. And what they showed you in the movie Venom, the entity that took over the body survived in the body and kept the body alive, but the human host died off. They were referred to as symbiotes in the movie Venom, which is a symbiotic relationship between man and the fallen angels, which is what Reagan was temporarily in the movie The Exorcist. The mark of the beast is total human body possession. If a mark does come upon the hand and forehead, so be it. Those could be figurative language, but remember, Reagan had all kind of marks come about on her body when she was possessed. So we would assume that a real mark, and of course, God seals his on their foreheads also. That's a spiritual sealing, where God seals his on their foreheads, and this is the mark of the beast is a spiritual sealing. And whereas thou sawest the iron mixed with the miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men. They shall not cleave to one another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. So the human host will eventually, at some point, as you go through the book of Revelation, they will die off. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, which begins at his 1,000-year millennial reign. Kingdom on earth, whether it's a literal 1,000 years or not, is up for debate, and I never debate it. I don't care how long it is. It does not matter to me. I'm just in hope of being a part of it. So God's going to set up a kingdom. It'll never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever, which God's kingdom, of course, rules, wins, and stands forever. Glad y'all here. I love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.